the town employees. And Mr. Babcock will go first, Mr. Dougherty second, Mr. France third.
That's right.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, how would you improve the morale of the town employees?
And I'm first.
Yes.
Well, the premise is that morale is down. I don't know that firsthand. I know many employees in town. And I think just like anywhere else, there's probably a mix. There are those that are never happy. There's those that find value in their jobs. No job is easy. I think, when it comes to building morale in any organization, it comes from the top. It comes with setting expectations that your employees know what's expected of them. If they're not cut out for that, then you expect to find a different path, perhaps. Setting expectations, having a welcoming and empowering environment in which to work is the job of any manager. If that's not the case, I have always, in my professional career, had a stern hand for those that don't treat those working with them with respect and dignity. But that starts with setting the proper expectations so people know what is expected of them. Thank you.
I don't think there's a morale issue at all. With our town employees, you can just look by the response of the police department when we're going through promotions, the new fire chief, new DPW garage, the DPW workers work very hard to the front line of the community. They take care of our parks, our roads. I think they do a fantastic job. I gotta tell you, I get nothing but people telling me they love their job, they love working for the municipality, they love being an employee of the town of Morristown. So I'm happy to be their mayor, and I think they're doing great.
Yeah, I have to tell you the truth. I have to differ with my colleagues. I know for people I've spoken with and I've interacted with, and I've been around Morristown a long time, the morale of the workers, some of them, not all of them, some are doing very well because they're very friendly with people in the administration. But if you're not in with the administration, if you don't help their campaign, if you don't do stuff with them, you're like on the outside. And I think, to me, that's sad. It's very sad. I never thought I would have to see that. And it just hurts me to see that. But you know what? That's going to change, okay? Because when I'm the mayor, I'm going to meet with each and every employee. I'm going to find out how I can help them do a better job. And I'm going to make sure the managers also listen to them and do a fair job.
That's not the vote. Mr. Dougherty, sorry.
The only thing I'll follow up with Mr. France was, in case he's unaware, this is a civil service town. They have collective bargaining agreements. Everyone is treated equally under the law. And if anybody in any department feels they're not treated equally, they have the right to read it and follow the process. And that's what it is, being union. All are treated equally under the law of collective bargaining. And I have a little experience with that.
Yeah, I just want to say I have a personal experience with this because my father, I mentioned before, had actually sued the town to get his job many years ago. He had to take the money out of his own pocket to sue the town because they tried to find a way to get rid of my father. What they did, they opened the civil service exam, and it was only open to people under 35 with a college degree, which my father didn't have that. By and by, my father went to court, he won the case, they had to fire the other chief, and still my father. And I saw it happen in my family. My father got physically ill from it, and we don't need to do that. Like I said, I'm not a politician, I'm not in a party. I'll listen to the people. I have a better communication.
Thank you. Next question. Please identify your education, your degree, your major, the institution that awarded your degree, and how does that help you be mayor? And it's Mr. Dougherty, Mr. France, and then Mr. Babcock.
One of the things that I'm really proud of is 5 years of a trade school. In this day and age, I've actually had the opportunity to speak to students about this. Not everybody's going to be geared to go to 4 years of college. Many of my friends went off to college. I kind of went took a road trip for about a year and a half, then came back and just said to myself, I got to do something. One of the best things I ever did, and I'm so happy and proud for doing it, is I went and got a trade. I'm a licensed engineer with the state of New Jersey. I'm also the chief engineer for the New Jersey devils. I run a 1 million square foot facility, which I think makes me very qualified to be the mayor, because I'm very, very, very engaged in operations. So I know how to things function and put organizations together. I know how to get to the end result. So I'm very, very grateful for the 5 years of trade school. Thank you.
Mr. France.
Thank you for the question. About 30 years ago, I went for a job in Morristown, a publishing company. And the guy told me, he said, we only interview college graduates for this position. So I went right next door to the bank and I took out student loans and I went back to get my college degree because I didn't want anybody to ever tell me that again. So I got my associate's degree from County College of Morris in humanities and business. Then after that, I went directly to William Patterson University. I graduated from there with a degree in sociology and history. Since that time, I've worked in the education field, and I've also worked in real estate, and I also worked in anger management with people. And those experiences have helped me, and going to help Morristown. So, go education. You need it.
I am a proud graduate of Fairleigh Dickinson University here. Excuse me. In nearby Madison, New Jersey. And that's where I got my degree in juggling. I got my degree in organizational and institutional communications, and to put that in more graspable terms, it's geared towards corporate communications and internal and external communications. So it could be everything from how do you relate to employees on an everyday basis on an organizational standpoint to public relations. And I've used that in my career because throughout my career I've had various positions where I've been in leadership positions where how you communicate to large groups of people is essential so that they know what expectations are for them. And I think that is one of the key attributes of a good elected official, especially an executive, that they can set the expectations, set the vision, articulate it in a way that everybody understands it and buys into it, and then you're into the execution phase after that. So,
Thank you.
Just briefly, I want every 12-year-old kid, every 21-year-old young man, woman to understand that not everyone's going to go to college. And that it's really important they get a skill to be part of a successful life in this country. Because it's very important that you're able to earn an income. One of the things that I talked about just the other day with the Vice President from Tennessee, from Mayoral, was we need to create more high-tech jobs. And high-tech jobs mean more training and technical training. Everybody's not going to be an accountant, a lawyer, a doctor, a manager. We need high-tech training. Thank you.
Mr. Babcock.
I ran out of time, but one thing I wanted to share was that I've been formulating and discussing an idea I've been having. Being that Morristown is in the middle of Morris County, and we have so many Fortune 500, as well as a lot of smaller and local companies, I think that we could set up a program in which we can do some real on-the-job training in cooperation with those companies. We can link a lot of our educational institutions and our corporate institutions. And I think, as the mayor said, college degrees are not going to go to everybody, but it's invaluable to have a marketable trade or skill. And I think we should be able to pull on our corporate neighbors in a much more profound